Attention Birds fans. Something unexpected just happened. No one saw this coming. But before we get into the details, if you're a true Eagles fan, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. We bring you the hottest Eagles news every day, straight from the most reliable sources. And to stay on top of everything, turn on those notifications. All right, Eagles fans, settle in, because we've got breaking news that could shake up the roster as we approach the 2025 NFL season. Now, I know what you're thinking. What's going on? Are we losing someone important? Did something happen in training camp? Well, yes and no. This is a story filled with competition, potential surprises, and some tough decisions that could shape the future of this team. And believe me, you won't want to miss a single detail. Because what's happening now could influence how the Eagles prepare not only for this season, but for years to come. Let's start from the top, because the Eagles are at a pivotal moment in building their roster, especially at the running back position. As many of you know, last season Kenneth Gainwell left the team, a reliable backup and key piece of the offensive puzzle. His departure opened up a spot, maybe even more than one, in the backfield, and the team has been actively searching for someone to step in and fill that role seamlessly. Enter A.J. Dillon, a name that may ring a bell for many of you, especially if you followed the Green Bay Packers during his 5-year run there. Dillon, a second-round pick in 2020, was primarily known as a powerful downhill runner, a guy who thrives between the tackles, particularly in short-yardage situations. Back in Green Bay, he shared the backfield with Aaron Jones, forming a dynamic duo that kept defenses on their toes. Dillon rushed for a total of 428 yards and scored 16 touchdowns in 60 games, including 3 straight seasons from 2021 to 2023, in which he rushed for at least 600 yards. Those numbers aren't bad at all, especially for a backup. And he proved to be a dependable complementary piece, capable of changing the pace and bringing a different look to the offense. But before the 2025 season officially kicks off, this Philadelphia Eagles edition might be packing his bags without ever wearing midnight green in a regular season game. With Gainwell gone, the Eagles turned to former Green Bay Packer A.J. Dillon to help fill the void. After 5 seasons in Wisconsin, Dillon landed in Philly to compete for the backup job behind Saquon Barkley. But the competition is fierce. Will Shipley, Avery Williams, Montrell Johnson, Shun Derek Powell, and Lou Nichols are all in the EV mix, according to Philly Voice reporter Jimmy Kempski. Dillon currently projects as player number 54, meaning he's just outside the final 53-man roster. There's virtually no room for error. One concern working against Dillon is his recent injury history. He missed the entire 2024 season with a stinger, a neck injury that can affect strength and mobility. That said, before the setback, he was widely considered a dependable option in short yardage, between the tackles situations. Drafted by the Packers in the 2nd round of the 2020 NFL Draft, Dillon, nicknamed Quadzilla for his massive legs, totaled 428 rushing yards and 16 touchdowns in 60 games. Between 2021 and 2023, he kept a solid average, with at least 600 rushing yards each season. Now with the Eagles, Dillon faces a highly competitive environment. Shipley, for example, was selected in the 4th round of the 2024 draft and initially slotted in as the 3rd-string running back. However, with a versatile profile and a background as a returner, he could climb the depth chart quickly and emerge as Barkley's top backup. Avery Williams, who also excels on special teams, could be Dillon's main rival for the spot. His effectiveness as a return man makes him a valuable asset, especially if Shipley is asked to shift roles. Dillon, meanwhile, is on a 1-year, low-cost deal, a low-risk, potentially high-reward signing for the Eagles. But he'll need to quickly prove he's fully recovered from his neck injury. Otherwise, his future in the NFL, not just in Philadelphia, could be on the line. Each position group on the Eagles roster has its own storyline, and many of them could fuel hours of intense debate. While most of the starting lineup appears to be set, several key spots remain wide open, stirring speculation and anticipation. For example, Who will be the starting right guard? Who will line up at cornerback opposite Quinion Mitchell? We already know that Vic Fangio plans to keep Cooper DeJean focused on playing the slot as a nickel corner. Just over 2 months ago, the running back group looked like the easiest to sort out. But hold your horses. A respected and well-connected Eagles insider now says it may not be so simple. According to this source, A.J. Dillon might not be the ideal choice to round out the backfield. Despite early assumptions, nothing is set in stone. Let's review. The Eagles signed Saquon Barkley to a 2-year extension, a move that immediately raised eyebrows for Kenneth Gainwell's future. And sure enough, Gainwell was released as soon as free agency began. Linebacker Ben Van Sumeren was brought back on a 1-year deal, and A.J. Dillon was signed shortly after, also on a 1-year contract. The general feeling was that the backfield was set, a full 9 months ahead of the season opener. The plan seemed straightforward. Barkley as the starter, Will Shipley as the primary backup, and Dillon as the physical complement. Van Sumeren, according to team owner Jeffrey Lurie, could even help revive the fullback role on this roster. But, as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend. A well-known Eagles source believes many fans and analysts may have jumped the gun. Jimmy Kempski of Philly Voice recently released his first 53-man roster projection, and he gave an edge to another name in the backfield, rookie hybrid Avery Williams, who brings value both as a running back and returner. Here's what Kempski had to say. Kenny Gainwell had taken over the 2-minute back RB2 role behind Barkley, a role likely to go to Shipley in 2025. The Eagles have Dillon, signed in free agency, but he missed the entire 2024 season with a stinger. They also have a versatile player in Williams, along with UDFA's Johnson and Powell. Kempski also raises some key questions. While Shipley looks promising as a runner and receiver behind Barkley, can he consistently protect the quarterback? And could he handle a full workload if Barkley were to go down? The expectation is that Dillon would take on that heavy-duty role, the same way he did in Green Bay, until injuries derailed his progress. With 6 practice sessions scheduled over the next 3 weeks, followed by a short break, training, camp, and preseason, many of these questions will begin to be answered soon. The countdown is on for Week 1 of the regular season, a home game at Lincoln Financial Field against the arch-rival Dallas Cowboys. And with the new NFL rules allowing teams to carry up to 90 players during the offseason, the top of the depth chart may look solid. But the battle for the final roster spots promises plenty of drama and surprises.